And we back. What would happen if I took the worst starter on all 30 NBA teams and replaced them with an NBA legend from that team? I don't know. But today we're going to find out, ladies and gentlemen. So here are the rules. I can't just replace the worst starter on the Chicago Bulls and give them Michael Jordan. No, that's not how it works. If the worst starter on your team is a power forward, then I have to replace him with the legendary power forward in your franchise's history. Because I think that is so much more fun. Maybe I'm wrong. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe. Let's get into it. Let me show you these rosters. This video is brought to you by SeatGeek. Hit the link in the description. Use code Kenny10 for 10% off your purchase of tickets. SeatGeeks take tickets from all over the internet and put them in one central location for you. I, of course, use them mostly for sporting events. Got to see my Chicago Bulls play a couple times a year. But they also have concerts, comedy, Broadway, festivals. If you need tickets, SeatGeek is the place you should check out first. Let me show you how easy it really is to get some tickets. Let's say I wanted to see the Minnesota Wild play against the Blackhawks. I haven't been to a Blackhawks game in a long time, but shout out to Bedard them. Let's say we need 2 tickets. I like to sort by deal score. It's already ready for me, baby. And for section 111, 2 tickets. This is a pretty good deal, a 10 out of 10 deal. But sometimes I just want to get into the dough. So sort by price, boom, section 104. That's not a bad view of the ice, man. I will buy these. And with a couple more clicks, I would have had my tickets. All you got to do is go to SeatGeek.com and use code Kenny10 to get 10% off your purchase. It could be the first time you use SeatGeek or the 1,000th time. It does not matter. Code Kenny10 works. I think it's very important that we recognize that I went based on 2K starting lineup. So if you say, Kenny, in real life, this guy's not starting, I let 2K decide that. So y'all be mad at 2K. Don't be mad at me. We're starting off with the Philadelphia 76ers. Their new starting lineup is Tyrese Maxey, Quentin Grimes, PG 13, Charles Barkley. I would say, just for the reference, don't be thinking about jersey numbers. A lot of these legends going to have the wrong jersey number on because either their regular jersey number's retired or so on and so forth. And then Joel Embiid, they still got Kelly Oubre, they still got VJ, they still got Drum, they still got Jeremy McCain, whose overall continues to drop, but nice looking team. Then we move on to the Milwaukee Bucks, and according to 2K, the worst position is the shooting guard position. So replace that with Ray Allen, 26-year-old Ray Allen, the full head of hair Ray Allen. It's him, Ryan Rollins, Taurean Prince, Giannis, and Miles Turner. That's a respectable looking team. Then we move on to the Chicago Bulls, who have a huge hole at the small forward position. Sorry, Isaac Okoro. We now have Scottie Pippen. Let's go. Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Scottie Pippen, Modest, and Vooch. We might make a little bit of noise, I ain't gonna lie. Pip cover up all the defensive deficiencies over here because Pip is that nice. Then we move on to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Another rule, there cannot be active legends. So though in this hypothetical, LeBron James would have made sense, LeBron James is still hooping in real life. I can't have 2 Bron Jameses. I can't have 2 Chris Pauls. I can't have 2, you understand. So the Cavs instead walk out with Larry Nance. And then they also have Larry Nance Jr., so it's a little pop son duo around here, LeBronny and Bron situation. But that team looks nice. They were already a contender, and now they got Larry Nance to play the 3. Let's see how he translates without a 3-point shot as a small forward. We'll see. But they got a huge lineup, 6'11", 6'9", 6'10". Then move on to the Boston Celtics. Y'all know that center position is a position of need. The Celtics just got so much more rich because Bill Russell was here. Bill Russell was here to be the best player on the Boston Celtics. I still can't believe that they lost the rights of Bill Russell, so we have to get a fake version of him, but regardless, he is still elite. The Clippers, they're going to bring in Blake Griffin. Throw a lob, James. I promise you he can go up there and get it. I'm surprised that his best is 88 overall. I can definitely remember a time where Blake Griffin overall was higher than 88. The man literally was a 2K cover athlete. But in this version of 2K, the best version of him is only an 88. But he comes in and he's nice. Then move on to the Memphis Grizzlies, who add Tony Allen. Yeah, no Marc Gasol or Pau Gasol. It will be Tony Allen. Shout out to first team all defense Chicago legend. Then we get to the Atlanta Hawks, who literally get the best player in their franchise history. Sorry, Zachary Rijase, you got to go to the bench because Dominique Wilkins is here. He broadcasting the games and he playing in the games. What a legend. Then move on to the Miami Heat. This is another situation where they're going to get their best player in franchise history. I'm talking about Dwayne Wade. All right. I know the argument is for Bron. But Bron, I like you, Wade. I love you, Wade. All right. So Wade is there. Stop putting Why do they always have Tyler Hero go to the bench? Every video we do with Tyler Hero, he's coming off the bench. Tyler Hero, Dwayne Wade, Norman Powell, Bam, and Khalil Ware. That's sneaky decent, bro. That's a scary looking team. Then move on to the Charlotte Hornets. Alonzo Mourning come save them. Their worst starter was Ryan Cockbrenner, so now they bring in Zoe to be with LaMelo. Interesting. Yeah, that team not going to make a lot of noise. The Utah Jazz are going to walk out of there with Adrian Dantley, who at one point was averaging 30-plus points per game. Move over to the side. I think it was Hendricks. Taylor Hendricks was the guy. And now it's going to be Adrian Dantley. Then we move on to the Sacramento Kings, who bring in C-Webb, Chris Webber. There's a real conversation about Keegan Murray being one of the best starters on the team, but in 2K, he's only an 80, so he's moving on to the bench, and C-Webb is here to save the day. 6'10", C-Webb. Then move over to the New York Knicks. The Knicks walk out with Patrick Ewing because Mitchell Robinson is a burst play. They keep doing this too. But the star lineup is going to be Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG, Karl Towns, and Patrick Ewing. Oh, that's kind of nasty. Do we move on to the LA Lakers? This is where things get real crazy. Because I want you to go over, if you have the game of 2K26, go over to look at the all-time Laker team and notice there are 0 power forwards on the team. They got hella centers between Wilt, between Kareem, between Shaq. They got 0 power forwards. They got a lot of small forwards between Big Game James, LeBron James, and so on. They got good point guard play, good guard playing like Kobe Bean Bryant. So the player that they got was Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol, power forward. It's him, Luka, Austin Reeves, Bron, and DeAndre Ayton Rui coming off the bench. The Orlando Magic get that center that they've been looking for. Dwight Howard has a higher overall than a young Shaquille O'Neal, so it will be D12 going out there, getting a bunch of blocks, getting a bunch of rebounds, getting a bunch of putbacks, and so on and so forth when Wendell Carter goes to the bench. Then the Dallas Mavericks will be adding Jim Jackson. This is kind of crazy, though, because Anthony Davis prevented them from having Dirk because AD wanted to be a power forward. If Anthony Davis just played center, then they would have been able to get Dirk. But he wanted to be a power forward. So we got to change Klay Thompson to Jim Jackson because Klay Thompson is I said 90. 76 overall, I think, in this game. Then the Brooklyn Nets, they're going to get Jason Richardson, the point guard position. Shout out to Jaeger Demon, and Ben Seraph, and all of the point guards they drafted, but none of them can compare to what Jason Kidd could potentially do to this team. Then we move on to the Denver Nuggets, who will be getting another number 15, but he's wearing number 4, Carmelo Anthony. Wow. Wow. It's Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Carmelo, Aaron Gordon, and Big Yoke. Oh, that's nasty, man. That's a nasty team. Indiana Pacers will be adding Rick Smits because they also have a huge hole at the center position. A healthy Tyrese Halliburton, Neesmith, Mathurin, Pascal, and Rick Smits. Rick Smits sitting at a lofty 7'4". Then we move on. They say he's 29 years old, but he's a 13-year pro. My goodness. What happened to the labor law, child labor laws? He was in the league at 16. Then move on to the Pelicans, who I forget who they got. They got Mashburn. Yeah, shout out to Mash, bro. DeJounte Murray, Trey Murphy, Mash, Zion, and Derek Queen. That's some interesting stuff. They're one of the few teams with perfect minutes distribution. That helps. Who knows? Then we get to the Pistons, who got Joe Dumars. Yeah, that center, that shooting guard position could use some help. They got Joe Dumars with Kate Cunningham in that backcourt. Asar Thompson, Toby. Yeah, that's a nice team, man. Okay. We move on to the Toronto Raptors, and you would think it was probably a point guard, but instead, Chris Bosh is back, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to my boy. He is 23 years old with a 14-year career, so he really came into the league young. But this team looks pretty good. Jakob Poeltl moves on to the bench, and now they got a nice center rotation. Then we move to the Houston Rockets, who added T-Mac. Oh, yeah. They added T-Mac. Sheesh. Ahmed Thompson, T-Mac, KD, Jabari, and Şengün. I just see a bunch of buckets between these two right here. Just a bunch of buckets. Move on to the Spurs. The Spurs, worst position. It's power forward, man. Tim Duncan and Victor Wembanyama on the same team. I'm going to say that one more time for y'all at home who ain't listening. Tim Duncan and Victor Wembanyama are on the same team right now. Sheesh. I don't get much better than that. The Phoenix Suns will be adding Amari Stoudemire. Shout out to standing tall and talented Amari Stoudemire. Nice little star 5 there. The Thunder added Dale Ellis, the shooting guard. Lou Dort goes to the bench. So Dale Ellis comes in, and he is now the starting 2-man. Then we get to the Minnesota Timberwolves, who, of course, needed a point guard. They get Sam Cassell, Mr. Big Balls himself. Him, Ant-Man, Jaden McDaniels, Nas Reed, Rudy Gobert and Nas Reed coming off that bench. Then the Portland Trailblazers will be adding Bill Walton, one of the greatest in their history. You know, they can mess with the lineups and now have Dame started with Bill Walton on that back end. That's tough. The Warriors needed a center and they get Wilt Chamberlain. They almost ended up with a shooting guard, but they got Wilt Chamberlain, 99 overall Wilt to steal. And then lastly, the Washington Wizards are getting Elvin Hayes to be a 4. And that's every team, and I want y'all to let me know what team you think will be the best ultimately. I think we simulate about a month into the season, kind of look at some records. We look at who's leading the league in scoring and so on and so forth, because this is one of them videos where I feel like a lot of the legends going to come out there and they're going to spaz. First month is wrapped up. Starting off with the standings, yeah, Dominique Wilkins, Patrick Ewing, Larry Nance. I mean, this is already a really good team, so add Larry Nance helps. 11-game win streak right now for the Knicks. If we get all the way to the bottom, yeah, Elvin Hayes can't save this Wizards team. He can't say. Oh my God, he's doing his damnedest though. 27-12 with 5 offensive boards, a block and a half, and a steal and a half. He trying very hard to help them out, but they just don't have enough talent. The Raptors, man, yeah, 2K don't like the Raptors. Even with Chris Bosh shooting 50, 40, 88, they don't like him. And that West, Pelicans can't be saved by Jamal Mashburn, even though he's having a good season. That says almost 50, 50, he's almost 50, 50, 90, and that's not enough. Sheesh. Then we get to the top, where will be the Dallas. I should have expected this, by the way. They got Cooper Flag coming off the bench. Oh, my goodness. I should have expected this, by the way, because they always are just a really good team, and now you add in the fact that they have another Hooper and Jim Jackson who's averaging 27. So, yeah, that's probably the juggernaut team. But also, Denver Nuggets looking good. OKC's looking cool. As you saw with that, a lot of them legends are having great seasons. The top scorer in the league is Adrian Dantley, who did average 30 multiple times in his career. And he comes in here without hitting a single 3 on the season. He hasn't even attempted a 3 from the small 4 position, and he's averaging 30. I got to be honest with you. We have to jump into one of their games. I have to watch how he's averaging 30. I gotta see it. How are you averaging 30 without taking a single 3 as a small 4? We're gonna wait. I'm a simcast every game I can get to until we get a close one for the Utah Jazz, because I got to see. This is what we got. It is a 4-point game in the favor of the Knicks. We are in Madison Square Garden. Hello. And let's see if Adrian Dantley is having that seat. Oh my God, look at the top 2 dudes here. Adrian Dantley he got his 30. Make sure he's not fouled out or nothing. He is not fouled out, so we will get to see Adrian Dantley cook up a little bit. There he is with number 4. He being face guarded. Let's see what you got, Dantley. A screen from Walker Kessler. Oh, empty side. Go ahead, go to work, fo. Go ahead, go to work. That's Carl Towns, baby. They ain't no hooper. Let me stop. Sorry, Cat. You just got clamped. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You got him in foul trouble. That's what you did. That was his goal all along. So maybe that's it. Is he attempted like a gazillion free throws per game? Because I ain't gonna lie, that bag work was nasty. He's got 9 free throws this game, and he's already shot 200 free throws in 800 minutes. So he's definitely a free throw merchant. I'm joking. We got a number of respect for you, Mr. Dantley. Oh, he missed one. Oh man, he missed one. In a game like this, you can't afford a missed free throw, but he got us a 1. Is he a clamp-up guy, too? He's 6'5", guarding Jalen Brunson. Where you going, 11? That's a bucket. Yep. There's not much you can do about that. That's Jalen Brunson. Patrick Ewing is on the court, too. I forgot he existed for a moment because it was Jalen Brunson's season. Find number 4. You're down by 5 with a minute to go. You better find number 4. Look at the cut. Oh, my God, Keontae. You missed the cut. There it is. They just got into him. Cook up 4. Cook up 4. Hey, if you go average 30 without taking no 3s, that's how you got to do it. Just take stupid, bad shots, and they going to fall. Oh, my goodness. This is actually way better than I thought. Oh, there's Patrick Ewing. Good defense, Walker Kessler. The game is still alive. Now, they're down by 3. Are they going to take a quick 2 and then play some defense? Walker Kessler to Larry Marketing. Pump fake. Back up to Sensabaugh. Back up to George. Y'all wasting a lot of time here, man. Y'all wasting a lot of time. Screen and roll. Now we give it down to Dantley, who gives up to Walker Kessler. What a pass. Unfortunately, you waited a little bit longer, so you do have to play the foul game now. But even if they make both free throws, it is still a 1-possession game. And unfortunately, with it being a 1-possession game and down by 3, you can't even give it to your best player because what? Your best player don't shoot 3s. But you do got Larry Marketing, who's a sniper. Keontae can make threes even if his percentage ain't great. So let's see. Jalen Brunson, 2 free throws to go. First one up. Bottoms. I don't expect him to miss these, I'll be honest with you. No timeouts for the Utah Jazz either, so they got to get it and go. It's 2 swishes, 2 beauties, like Eric Collins would say. Let's see what type of thing they draw up with their star player who's got 37, I think it is, not being able to make 3-pointers. They just give it to him. Forget it. Let's go hoop. You're wasting a lot of time with them little... Oh! Hey, man, no. He's the greatest player ever. He goes from 0 bag to a bucket every single time. He goes 0 bag to a bucket every... Oh! Little extras. 0 bag to a bucket every single time. That's nuts. Landry Shamet's a good free throw shooter. He'll make them both. You can't play the 2-point game though, Dantley. You can't play the 2-point game. You gotta shoot a 3. Somebody gotta shoot a 3. I would rather put it in Mr. 23's hand. That's just me. Or Dantley for 3. He out here playing out of his body. Is that his first 3-point attempt all season? It is. He took 1 free 3-point attempt. What is his 3-point rating? I guess 71 is not awful. Like, in theory, he can make it. 99 mid, 99 close. All right, game over. That was fun. I'm so happy we watched Adrian Dantley cook up. And they end up losing by 3, but Adrian Dantley is him. I think from this point on, I'm going to go to trade deadline, I guess. I doubt any big trades happen, but we'll take a look here. All right, quickly see. Josh Hart got traded for Tony Allen. One of the legends have been traded away. The Knicks. The Knicks were already good. They are 40-10 right now. Tony Allen don't even start, and he's pissed about it. He's like, y'all gonna trade for me to not play me? And he's having a good shooting season. Y'all gonna trade for me not to play me? He's really upset. But regardless, it's working. It's working. Any other big trades? Luke Kennard for... Nah, that ain't no big trade. That's it. That's literally the only trade that happened the entire season. That's funny. All right. So we'll go to the All-Star break and see which one of our legends make the All-Star game. The goal is to go into the postseason and jump into some games, though. That's where it really gets started. So here we are, 2026 All-Star game participants. Jason Kidd, 26-10-6. I wonder if they're winning. I'm not going to check. My boy Dwayne Wade doing his part. Shout out to Flash, one of my favorite. Scotty saving Chicago. Charles Barkley. Look at Charles, bro. Charles Barkley numbers are nuts. 25, 13, and 7 with 2 blocks as a 6'6" foe man. Shout out to him. Brunson still doing his thing. LaMelo. Bill Russell is 22, 12, 3 assists, and 3 blocks. Dominique is sitting at 28 and 7. All of the legends is coming in and like, yeah, we can translate to current day. All of us, we can all translate. Out west, Steph Curry still doing his part. Doncic still doing his part. Jokic still doing his part. And then we get to Wilt the Stilt. Dogging. Carmelo, dogging. Shea still doing his part. Numbers are down, but I'm sure they're a good team. James Harden, in the midst of all the legends coming back, he said, I'm still 1-2. We got C-Web. Dang, the Lakers got 3 All-Stars. My goodness. Dunk contest. Man, what? I brought back Dominique Wilkins and y'all don't even put him in a dunk contest? That's 3-point shootout. Dale Ellis is here. Dale Ellis is almost shooting 50% from 3, y'all. Him and Tyler Hero, I guess. Dale Ellis said, don't sleep on us. And then here's the young guys. None of these are going to change. Okay, I ain't mad at it. Oh, I didn't know you can do that. All-Star, go back to participants. I can override the player and say, like, no, this All-Star should be Jim Jackson. I didn't know you could do that. And I can make it a Western Conference player on the Eastern Conference. Anyway, Wilt Chamberlain is the MVP of the league. Cedric Howard, Naz Reid, Bill Russell, DPO Wackers, of course. Jalen Durham, most improved class player, goes to Ant Cotier, goes to Mike Brown. They won almost 65 of them things. And Jalen Brunson's the Cup MVP. Yeah. The All-NBA team has 3 of our legends and then the current legend and the current legend. The second team has 3 of our legends and the current legend and the current legend. Then the third team has Pip. Shout out to Pip. Defensive team, a lot of our legends are here. But Wembanyama still stand proud, man. He wanted a few, him and Giannis and Chet and Anthony Davis holding it down for the current players. All right, this is how we're going to do things. We're going to see who was successful and who was not. Matter of fact, it's more important to see who was not. Elvin Hayes was not successful. He couldn't help them. Then we move on to the Charlotte Hornets, who Alonzo Moore 19-9 just wasn't enough, even if you're going to add a couple blocks. And Chris Bosh 17-9 definitely ain't enough, and they can't make it. Jason Kidd was amazing, but he needed some help around him. He ain't have it. Did MPJ have a good season? No. I mean, yes and no. I was hoping he averaged like 25 because you got Jason Kidd passing the ball to you, baby. You should get your numbers up. Then lastly, the Indiana Pacers miss it. Rick Smith's 18 and 11 and 1.5 blocks for somebody 7-4 don't sit right for me. You should average 7 of them. Then we go to the Western Conference, a team that missed it. Adrian Dantley with your smooth scoring self. 31 points per game wasn't enough. And they traded away their star, so they really wasn't into it. The Pelicans, Jamal Mashburn, didn't get the job done. The Lakers had 3 All-Stars, right? Because Powell made it, didn't he? I think Powell made it. No, he didn't. Oh, just the 2 All-Stars. Either way, the Lakers almost 20 games under. That's nuts. The Trailblazers don't make it. Rest in peace, Bill. He did not do enough to make it worth it. 19 and 11 with 8. And then the OKC was sub 500. It's so hilarious. Look at the play-in, bro. These are literally the top 3 teams in the league in real life. They're all in the play-in in this simulation. Tracy McGrady can't help what? Carmelo wasn't good at what? The Kings were better than all of those teams, bro. C-Webb, you deserve MVP for real. You the one that deserve MVP. All right. I don't care about the play-in. Who's going to make it, who's not going to make it. The Rockets eliminated. The Pistons are eliminated. OKC is eliminated. Milwaukee's eliminated. Wow. We're only jumping into Game 7s. So we're going to see what happens. We need at least a couple Game 7s, right? The Suns have been swept. That's the only team that will get swept today, at least in the first round. The Miami Heat losing 4. The Kings losing 4. Orlando loses, in 5. Those teams lost in 5. I think we might have a couple Game 7s gearing up, as I thought. Let's see. No. Don't tell me about the governor. I don't care what the governor's thinking. We do have one Game 7 here. Let's see what it's about. It is Tim Duncan and Wembanyama versus Wilt Chamberlain and Steph Curry. Yeah, give me that one. Please be close. Please be close. We could use that today. First quarter is going to be close. Yep, that's all I care about. Keep it close so I can jump in with about 2 to 3 minutes left. That's all I'm looking for. Yep. Tie game with 2.5 to go. It's exactly the way we scripted it up. Adam Silver's having a really good time. All right, let me make sure I'm in the middle here. Make sure we got the right camera angle. Story of the game is here. Here are the people. Here's what they're doing. And let's jump into it. All of our guys on the court. I see Steph. I see Will. I see Tim Duncan. And I see Wembanyama. That's all I care about. No De'Aaron Fox right now, but it is Dylan Harper. I want to see what 2-1 got. Here he is with the ball being guarded by Draymond. What a great matchup. Legendary defender versus legendary everything in Tim Duncan. Wembanyama being guarded by Wilt Chamberlain. What a matchup. Boom. Good screen from 21. Harrison Barnes, mid-range. Revenge time. Y'all got rid of me for who? Kevin Durant. Yeah, everybody would have done that. But NBA champion Harrison Barnes. Timeout. It looks like Buddy Hield is going to the scores table. Yeah, Buddy Hield is in the game. Pods is out. Everything else is the same. Oh, De'Aaron Fox is in the game too instead of Dylan Harper. So basically, starting lineups for the rest of this one. Wilt Chamberlain and his Converse All-Stars, his Chuck Taylors, giving them up. Jimmy Butler, what a move. Get to the midi. He didn't take the first shot. He took the second one, and it was a foul. Oh, my God. No way 2K animated this. I don't watch 2K. I don't play 2K. They got the finger review animated in the game. That's my least favorite thing about NBA basketball. And they got it in the game. I mean, it's realistic because everybody does it in real life, but I did not see that coming. They did not review it because it looked like you fouled him, buddy. You made free throws from Jimmy Butler. De'Aaron Fox with the ball. We got 4, we got 5, we got 1, we got 21 and 24. De'Aaron Fox getting downhill to get Steph Curry. What a bucket. Steph Curry look, oh man, I don't know if he could keep up speed-wise. De'Aaron Fox might be able to take advantage of that. Jimmy Butler, bring the ball to the court. Jimmy Butler third. Let me put some respect on his name. And he gets another bucket. Okay, Jimmy trying to take him to the promised land. A little horns action. Never mind. It's just De'Aaron Fox getting to the basket at will on Steph Curry. That's what this video has turned into. De'Aaron Fox getting to the basket at will against Steph Curry. They better switch that. Man, if y'all don't put Jimmy Butler on him or something, somebody that can put a little bit of muscle on him. Jimmy Butler turns it over. Oh, my God. This is a big possession right here for the Spurs. You see Tim Duncan. He camping. He gets out of there. That's so bad. If I was a coach, I'm Mitch Johnson. You're getting benched. You're getting waived tomorrow, actually. I don't care and then you let Draymond hit a midi. That's such a bad possession from Devin Vassell. We might have to, in the locker room. Because if we lose this game and we eliminate it because you took that stupid shot, somebody in trouble and it's going to be you. Tim Duncan with the ball, gives it back up to De'Aaron Fox, who's got an empty side. He's going to get to the top of the key again, trying to make some move. He gets fouled by Steph Curry. That's foul number 2. De'Aaron Fox, make one, miss one. Only a 1-point game. Outlet to Buddy Hield. You got to pick him up at half court. I would love for him to pass the ball. Down to Draymond, being guarded by Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan with the snatch. Yeah, Draymond, you drunk. You drunk if you think that was a shot you should take. De'Aaron Fox, mid-range pull-up. That's also a bad shot. We just seeing bad shots left to right. Now Buddy Hield trying to make some cook for himself. Nope, give it up to Jimmy. Yeah, y'all are crazy. Last possession, y'all go at Tim Duncan. This possession, y'all go at Wemby. What did you expect to happen? It is Tim Duncan and Victor Wembanyama. And then what a block. But y'all do retain possession here, so y'all still got a chance to take the lead. Any basket takes the lead. Draymond Green inbounds to Will Chamberlain, who basically is he's a non-factor right now until I call his name. Wemby with another block. And he gets the own rebound. They foul. Wembanyama goes to the line. He hits 2. It's only a 3-point game. So the Warriors can come down and hit a 3, and they do have the greatest 3-point shooter of all time on their team. What a game we're experiencing right now, y'all. Wemby makes them both. No timeouts for the Warriors. They got to come out here and get an easy shot. And hopefully they move Steph Curry off on a screen or something, because I don't like that he's playing off the ball right now. Take the 2, I guess. Take the 2. Still 11 seconds left. De'Aaron Fox did miss a free throw earlier, but instead they gave it up to Stephon Castle, who is not a good free throw shooter. I think it's like 60 to 70% or something. So that's the perfect person to foul, and he misses one. Wow. Things are going in the Warriors' favor. No timeouts. 10 seconds to go. He missed. Oh, I thought he missed both. 2-point game. Steph Curry with the ball with 10 seconds to go. He brings it up court. 5 seconds. Here's a screen from Will Chamberlain. Wemby is not stepping up. They give it to Jimmy, who throws a lob. Wembanyama with the block to advance to the next round. First of all, I'm going to say, for what it's worth, I loved and I hated this. I hated that Steph Curry didn't just shoot the ball right here. You're Steph Curry. But this to that is so elite. It's just so happened this alien was there to intercept the ball. Oh my God. Hey man, that's one of the best jump ins we've had in 2K26. It might be the best jump in we've had in 2K26. And the Spurs advance to the second round. Wow. MVP Will Chamberlain eliminated in the first. Wow. That was an amazing game, man. Kudos to those two teams for giving us what we asked for. The Warriors have been eliminated. And we got 55 VC for doing nothing but watching. All right, so we did see the Knicks get eliminated. That's something I didn't even mention or notice. That juggernaut Knicks team is gone. Next, let's see how many Game 7s we could get in the second round. I would love 4 Game 7s, I ain't gonna lie. It don't like we getting 4 because one team is already eliminated. That is the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Bulls are 1 game away from being eliminated, and they're eliminated, and so is the Clippers. All of those series were quick and easy. Bill Russell and Tatum from the 8th seed play-in are having a legendary run. And the Atlanta Hawks have only lost 1 game through 2 rounds. The Timberwolves have lost 2 games through those rounds. And that game, Julius Randle, what a performance to take him home. Do we get another Wembanyama Game 7? No, they lose to the almighty Dallas Mavericks. We got an 8th seed trying to pull off the ultimate upset and make it to the finals. And give us 2 Game 7s. That would be beautiful. 2 Game 7s? Yes! That's amazing. All right, so we start off with Celtics, Hawks, Pritchard, White, Brown, Tatum, Russell, Young, Alexander Walker, Wilkins, Johnson, Porzingis. Give us another close one. I'm curious to see how Dominique Wilkins looks. I'm curious to see how Bill Russell performs. It is a little bit tougher when you have a center, though, but it don't like we're going to be able to jump into this one as the Celtics. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. For a second there, though, the Hawks did take the lead, but they will get eliminated. And it was Bill Russell with a 25-20 game and 6 stocks. What are you supposed to do? I don't know. We do have the almighty Dallas Mavericks versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Dallas Mavericks put the spank on in that first quarter. This spank on is still in the second. They've won every quarter, and in the Game 7, the Minnesota Timberwolves lose by 27 points. It is Kyrie Irving versus old team in the Boston Celtics. Let's see what this looks like. Kyrie, Jim Jackson, Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively. All right, Game 1 is a win for the Dallas Mavericks. A huge win, almost a 40-point win. Game 2 is a win for the Dallas Mavericks. Another big-time win, Anthony Davis with a 2015 game. Game 3, the Celtics fight back. The Cinderella run is not going to end in a sweep, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to end in a sweep. It may end in a win as they go back and tie the series. 3-2 Dallas. 2-point game in that one. And because this is the closeout game, we will simcast it and see if it is close. So far, yes. Keep it close. Keep it close. We want to jump in. It is, not close. 18-point game with 3 minutes to go. We should have just known that it didn't matter what legend we added to the Dallas Mavericks. They were going to be 2K Cinderella team, and they were going to win it all. Just like that. Jim Jackson gets a ring. Hey, man, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate y'all as always. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.